As the sun sets, we start to see some of the buildings over my shoulder light up in all sorts of colors because it's Pride Month. But long before that kind of outward and public support was so common, there were organizers in Kansas City working hard and slowly but surely building a community.
I'm not sure that it would have happened here without someone taking a leadership role, and it happened to be Drew Schaefer.
Stuart Hines curates the Gay and Lesbian Archive of Mid-America at UMKC, where this picture shows a young Drew Schaefer. A few years later, Drew would form the Phoenix Society for Individual Freedoms in Kansas City, pushing for gay rights. Its publication, The Phoenix, helped connect a population of gay and lesbian people who often had to live their lives in secret under threat of being harassed, arrested, or worse.
What we have to remember is they're doing all this printing, they're doing all these mailing lists, they're doing all this distribution before computers. Everything was done with a piece of paper and a phone.
The group was most active in the late 60s and early 70s, Stewart says, trying to change society without ruffling too many feathers until the Stonewall riots in New York in 1969.
With the success of Stonewall and the demonstration that a militant approach could actually work, that's when everything changed.
The older generation's softer advocacy gave way to a more aggressive approach. Over the following decades, homosexuality was no longer considered a mental illness. Openly gay politicians were elected, and gay marriage was legalized in all 50 states in 2015. Today, groups like the Kansas City Center for Inclusion connect the LGBTQ community with support and medical care and more.
We have a gender affirmation surgery grants where people who are going to have gender-affirming surgery, we can help provide them with funds for that.
Stewart says the gay rights movement has come a long way since the Phoenix Society was getting started in KC-Mo, and yet
we're seeing the same kinds of arguments that were made 40 years ago, that were made 60 years ago, that were made 100 years ago.
So even after the Phoenix Society wasn't active anymore in Kansas City, Schaefer kept fighting for gay rights. That was until he lost his fight with AIDS in 1989.